Hello, and welcome to the first in a series of instructional demonstrations for Student Organizer. These will be mainly for beginning users, just to help them get up and running with the program and get started with it. It's actually quite easy to use, so it's not difficult to set up. It's just like with a lot of software, the first time you see it, you're wondering, where do I start? Well, that's why we're here. I'll show you where to start. And just so you know, to none of the help file, you got the full help file here, and there's also a quick start guide to help you get started. And you can also get to these online demonstrations directly from the program right here. So you can always come back and check them out whenever you need to. Now this is how the program will appear when you first install it. Notice we have no semesters stored. And the first thing to do is to create a semester, because the way the program is set up, being for students, everything is structured around the semester system. Classes are linked to semesters, and assignments and grades are linked to classes. So the semester is the foundation of everything else. So that's where we begin. And you just go to schedule, semesters, add new semester. And this is quite simple. You just pick your semester. This is August 2014 as I'm creating this. So we'll put in fall of 2014. And I'll keep today's date as the start date, just to keep things simple. And we'll say that we're going to end the semester on December 12th. Okay, and once that's in, you just click Save. And it doesn't look like anything happened other than now our selected semester up here is fall of 2014. Okay. And once we've got our semester in, we can begin adding classes. So to add your first class, you just go to Schedule and Classes and Add New Class. And this is not as scary as it looks. It's actually, again, quite simple. The first thing to do is just select the semester. We've only got one semester right now, so we'll pick that one. The class type, the program has a degree tracker, which can help you keep track of your degree and your progress toward your degree. And the program will use this information to determine how many degree credits you've completed and non-degrees and electives, and so that's why you want to put that in there. We'll leave that as required for degree, and then next you want to put in the class name, and we'll say History 1. And then I want to jump over here to the meeting times. You can enter as many days and times as needed, however the schedule is set up. Let's say on Monday we're going to, the class meets from, we'll say 8 a.m. till noon. 8 a.m. till noon. And so you just set your times and then click Add New Time, and it inserts it for you. And then this is going to be a Monday, Wednesday class, so now we can just select Wednesday. These times are already set for us, and just click Add New Time again. And you can add as many of these as you need to. You can have multiple meeting times on the same day. Like say on Mondays it also meets from say 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. Again, add new time, and it'll insert it there for you. So you can have multiple meeting times on the same day, or just whatever you need. And to edit one of these, you just select it, and you can change. This up down here will update to whatever was up here, and you just change the information and click Update Selected, and it updates it for you. And same for deleting one, you just select it, delete selected, and it goes away. So that's how you put in your meeting times. And at this point, we've got everything in here that's required. The semester, the type, name, and at least one meeting time are the only required fields. The rest of this is optional, but you're going to want to put a lot of it in if you know it. Let's say for a class number and the building and room number, say I'll put in the Gannon building, room 204, and again the number of credits. That's good to put in. The program will, well, for one thing, if you're tracking your degree, it needs to know how many credits each class was, so it can calculate the credits toward your degree. And this is also used to calculate the recommended study time, or the amount of study time that you should have for each class. And we'll get back to that too in a minute. The instructor, I'm going to put in, if we had any instructors saved already, they'd appear here in this drop-down list, but we haven't saved any yet, so we'll put in a new one. And we'll call him Bob Smith. And with that, my shift key is not cooperating with my brain, or vice versa. And I'm going to put in a phone number for now. And you can keep track of instructor information here, the building and room number where the office is, their office hours, an email and website. But the first and last name are the only required fields. And if you're editing an instructor, you'd be able to select them from this list here. But again, this is our first one, so there aren't any yet. When you're done, you just click Save. And it inserts it here for us. Okay, the teaching assistant would work exactly the same way. The grade scale, if your class uses a grade scale, there are several that come with the program. I'm going to select letter for now. It's the expanded letter scale, and I'll get back into that too, probably in the next demonstration. But for now, just going to still put in the letter scale. Many times the class will have its own website and email address. Maybe a website where the instructor posts assignments and things like that, and many times an instructor will have a separate email address for each class just to help sort incoming email. So we'll just put in a website dot we'll say school name / class name .edu. It would probably be something similar to that. And then for the grade weights, many times you'll have weighted grades for a class, and you can have up to 10 different weight categories per class. If the class does not use weighted grades, you would just leave all of these at 0, and it'll count everything equally. If we do use weighted grades, you can just select your grade categories. These are the ones that come with the program. Say, take homework, and quiz, and these can be edited easily. You just come down to edit categories, and you can edit them from here. These are just the ones that are available when you're putting in a class. You don't have to use all of them, and like I said, they can edit it. If there's one you're not going to use, like the other, you can just select it and delete it. And to add a new one, you just select the new weight category here, and we can have, let's say practical exam, and then you add it, and it'll add it down here at the bottom. And you can reorder these. You can move them up and down the list, so they appear wherever you want them to be. Then when you're done, you just click OK. Okay, so then again, when you edit them, it will clear these if you're right in the middle of putting them in. Say we got homework quiz, and then we'll use our new one, our practical exam. And let's say we got a midterm and a final. Those are all that we'll use. And then you just have to assign the weights to each of these. Say 10%, 20%, 20%, Okay, that's 50%, and then we'll just make the midterm and final both worth 25. And you can put decimals in here if you need to. Occasionally a teacher will say, something is worth, 25.5%. That happens occasionally. So you can do that if you need to. The only requirement is that these have to add up to 100%. So you leave them all at 0, or otherwise they have to add up to 100%. Okay. The last thing you might want to do is add a textbook. If you want to link a textbook to the class, you just click this. And again, if we had any textbooks saved already, you could select them from here to edit them. Otherwise, you can enter a new one here. Now, this is a history class, so we'll say world history, and you can put in an edition if you want to. Let's say this is the 3rd edition. The author name, that's optional. The publication date, this is all optional. Depends on how detailed you want to get with your book list. And because we're adding this book from the enter class form, the class is filled in for us automatically, and this is disabled, so it'll assign it to just this class. Okay, and you can put in any notes down here you want to about the book. And the benefits of adding the book to the class will explain down the road a little bit, but once you get everything in, you just click Save. And now we've got a book assigned to the class. Okay, so once you've got everything in, you just click Save. And it chews on it for a couple of seconds. Then the class is saved. Okay, and our class meeting times are filled in up here. And today is Monday, as I'm recording this. So Monday is highlighted. The current day of the week will be highlighted up here, if it's the current day. We put in a class website. It was a fake URL, but if I were to click this, it would open up the default browser and go to that website. Same with email. This is disabled because we didn't put in an email address. If we had, then it would work. Instructor info. Again, for any of your classes, you've got where it meets, the room number, the name of the instructor, the phone number, and then the class number and the credits, and it's active. It's an active class right now. And all the information you need. If you want to contact your instructor by email or go visit in the office, you click on instructor info, and it'll reopen this same form again. And you can see if you put it in the building and room where the office is, the office hours. So you can just get all that information right there directly from this form. And it'll show us the weights for the different categories. So all the information pertaining to this class is all right here. And as we put in more classes, you'll be able to choose them up here. All the classes for the selected semester will appear in this list in alphabetical order. Okay, it's about enough for this one. It's getting a bit long. I'm going to try to keep these down to less than 10 minutes. I missed the mark this time. One more thing to show you real quick. You come up here to textbooks. You can add, edit a book, or delete a book. Again, this is that same form that we just saw before. And see if you took World History 3rd edition, and it shows it's for the history class. You can come into this form also and just add books that are not necessarily assigned to a class. Or if it is assigned to a class, you can do that from here too. So, just to show you that. Okay, that's all for this one. In the next one, we're going to assign some study time to this class and take a look at the calendar. So I will see you there.